What's up, planet Earth? Welcome back to Books by Adrian. I know it's been a while, but I've been working behind the scenes, planning some special videos for you guys, which will hopefully breathe some new life into the channel and open it up to new eyes and new audiences. I'm finding that pouring time into YouTube takes time away from writing, and pouring time into writing takes time away from YouTube. I'm working on finding a balance, so I hope that you'll bear with me. In the meantime, I won't commit to a weekly video release schedule anymore. Instead, I intend on making more dynamic videos that may take a little longer to make, but will deliver the goods when they're ultimately released, so that people may enjoy them more and hopefully I'll snag more subscribers. For example, I recently started messing around with Dabble, a cloud-based tool meant specifically for the writing of a novel. I'm wrapping up my 14-day free trial and have lots of thoughts on it. If you would like a video reviewing my experiences with Dabble, please comment below and let me know. For this video, we'll be completing the work I began in my last video regarding character development. So let's get right down to work. Now that we've worked on all the super fun character description and personality stuff, we get to sink our teeth into the story elements. This is where super fun character description comes to die. I mentioned in my previous video that masters like Mr. Kent Sean have voiced their disdain for overdevelopment of a character, preferring to discover the character as they write them, by putting them into situations and making them make choices. Of course, I respect the hell out of this process, and I do it myself to a degree. I discover more about them as I write as well, but despite being more of a gardener than an architect, I'm definitely not a straight-up pantser. I need to develop the characters to some extent before I write them, but how do I avoid the overdevelopment that Mr. Sean frowns upon? In the following two-part process, I managed to weed out anything that isn't important to the character and their story. First, we establish the three elements guiding your character's arc: the goal, motivation, and conflict. The goal, what do they want? The motivation is why do they want it? And the conflict is what is in their way. I've taken the following template from Sabah Tahir's Skillshare class. However, like most writing tools and techniques I've picked up, I adjust this to meet my needs. Instead of one answer for each of these questions, I have two for each. This is because my characters don't just have a plot-based action storyline, but also an internal emotional storyline. There is a plot or action goal, and there's an emotional goal. There's a motivation for each and conflicts for each. The difference between the two is often described as the difference between what the character wants, the plot-based goal, and what the character needs, the emotional goal. I take my time finding the answers to these three questions. They will determine a lot about the character from here forward. Let's take the time to fill this out for the character I created in last week's episode. Faye's grandmother, which I have since named Anima Noelani. Anima wants to guide her granddaughter. She's known it's her purpose due to a premonition, but her estrangement from her family keeps her from Faye's side. That's the plot-based foundations of her character as it directly relates to the main plot of the story. This is what she wants, but what she needs is to reconcile with her family. Until she achieves her emotional goal, her action goal remains out of reach. Now that we've filled that out, we're going to take our list of defining attributes from our last video and pit them against their goal, motive, and conflict to determine which attributes are important to the story and which can go into the shredder. Again, I turn to Sabah Tahir's Skillshare class for this worksheet. You can create your own with whatever defining attributes are important to you. I also amend how to fill this bad boy out a bit. Ms. Tahir demonstrates checking the box if the attribute in question affects one of the three aspects of the character's arc. However, I like to use black to signify a positive effect and red to denote a negative effect. Often, I'll even go into detail rather than just a simple checkmark. When we are finished, we're able to clearly see what attributes contribute to the plot and which to ignore, as they do not affect the plot at all. These are the attributes that writers like to know, even though the reader doesn't. For me, once I determine those attributes to be inconsequential, I forget them forever or even delete them. This creates the opportunity to discover more about the character while writing, which brings us back to the gardener versus architect argument. What I am left with is a character description comprised of attributes that directly influence the character's journey through the plot. And I have effectively cut out all of the fat. In closing, I'd like to give a special shout out to the winner of the Books by Adrian contest, Dan from Broken Pages. Congratulations, buddy. Thank you for supporting the channel. Enjoy your year on Masterclass. Thank you all very much for watching my videos. As stated earlier, I'll be getting a bit more experimental with my channel over the coming weeks. If you like what you've seen here today, please leave a like on the video, drop a comment below stating what you'd like to see on this channel in the future, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and slap that notification bell. Don't click it, don't ring it, slap it. I'll see you jokers in the next video. Peace.